Is your partner faking it? Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night staring at the ceiling and wondering if the person next to you is truly genuine? Relationships can be complex, and sometimes the signs that something is off can be subtle, yet deeply unsettling. Have you ever looked at the person lying next to you and wondered, do they really love me, or is this all an act? It's a question that can gnaw at your peace of mind, making you question every interaction and every word spoken. Do they really love me, or is this all an act? This doubt can creep in slowly, starting as a small, almost imperceptible feeling, and growing into a full-blown concern that overshadows the relationship. It's a scary thought, right? The idea that someone you trust and care for might not be as invested as you are can be terrifying. It can make you feel isolated and unsure of your own judgment. But let's be real, folks. Love is the most important thing in the world. It's the foundation of our most meaningful relationships, the glue that holds us together through thick and thin. When you're in love, you want to believe that the other person feels the same way. And when you're giving your heart to someone, you deserve to know it's being handled with care. You deserve to feel secure in the knowledge that your love is reciprocated, that your partner is as committed to you as you are to them. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the 8 red flags that might mean your partner's love is about as real as a $3 bill. These signs can help you determine whether your relationship is built on a solid foundation or if it's time to reevaluate things. We're talking about those gut feelings you get, those moments when something just doesn't feel right. Your intuition is a powerful tool and it's important to listen to it. Those nagging doubts that something's just not right. These feelings can manifest in various ways, from a sense of unease to outright suspicion. It's crucial to pay attention to these signals and not dismiss them. It's time to stop ignoring those feelings and face them head-on. By recognizing and addressing these red flags, you can take control of your emotional well-being and make informed decisions about your relationship. So, let's get started and uncover the truth together. Look, we all have our past hurts, our baggage, our own ways of protecting our hearts. These experiences shape us, mold us, and sometimes they make us put up walls to shield ourselves from further pain. It's a natural defense mechanism, something we all do to some extent. But when you decide to share your life with someone, those walls can become barriers, preventing genuine connection and intimacy. But when you're in a loving relationship, you gotta be willing to let those walls down, to be vulnerable, to let your partner in. Vulnerability is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. It means showing your true self, flaws and all, and trusting that your partner will accept and love you for who you are. It's about sharing your fears, your dreams, your insecurities, and your joys. It's about being open and honest, even when it's uncomfortable. If you find that your partner keeps you at arm's length emotionally, if they build a fortress around their feelings, it can be incredibly frustrating and hurtful. You might feel like you're constantly knocking on a door that never opens, trying to reach someone who remains just out of reach. Emotional intimacy is crucial for a healthy relationship, and without it, you might start to feel isolated and alone, even when you're together. If they shy away from deep conversations, if they avoid talking about their feelings or their past, it can create a significant disconnect. Communication is key in any relationship, and avoiding these important discussions can lead to misunderstandings and resentment. It's like trying to solve a puzzle without all the pieces. You can never see the full picture. If they can't or won't share their feelings, if they shut down or become defensive when you try to get close, it's a big old red flag. It's a sign that they're not ready or willing to fully engage in the relationship. This can be a tough pill to swallow, especially if you love them deeply and want to build a future together. But it's important to recognize these signs and address them head-on. That's a big old red flag. It's not just about the immediate discomfort or frustration, it's about the long-term implications. If someone is unwilling to be emotionally available, it can hinder the growth and depth of your relationship. It's like trying to water a plant that's in a pot with no drainage. No matter how much effort you put in, it just won't thrive. It's like they're saying, hey, come on in, the water's fine, but they're standing on the shore fully clothed, unwilling to take the plunge with you. They might give you glimpses of vulnerability, moments where they seem to open up, but then retreat back into their shell. This inconsistency can be confusing and emotionally draining. You deserve a partner who is willing to dive in with you, to face the waves together, and to swim through the ups and downs of life as a team. And that, my friends, is not how you build a real, lasting connection. A strong relationship is built on mutual trust, openness, and emotional intimacy. It's about being there for each other, not just in the good times, but also in the challenging moments. It's about growing together, supporting each other's dreams, and facing fears hand in hand. When both partners are willing to be vulnerable and open, the relationship can flourish and become a source of immense joy and strength. It's like trying to build a house on sand. It's just not going to stand the test of time. A relationship without emotional intimacy is fragile, easily shaken by the smallest of storms. But when you build on a foundation of trust and openness, your relationship can withstand the challenges that come your way. So take the plunge, let those walls down, and embrace the beautiful vulnerability that comes with true love. You know the drill, hot and cold, here 1 minute, gone the next. One day it's all sweet nothings and declarations of love, the next it's like you're talking to a brick wall. This kind of inconsistency is a major warning sign. It's like they're playing a game, and you're the one left guessing the rules. And let me tell you, that's a game you can't win. Real love is consistent. It's about being there, day in and day out, through thick and thin. It's about open and honest communication, even when it's tough. If your partner can't give you that, well, then they're not giving you real love. Now, I'm not saying you need to be planning your wedding and picking up china patterns on the third date, but let's be real here. When you're in a relationship that feels right, it's only natural to start thinking about the future. You might not be ready to set a date or choose a venue, but you do start to wonder about where things are headed. When you're in a loving, committed relationship, it's natural to start picturing a future together. You begin to imagine what life could look like with this person by your side. You talk about your hopes, your dreams, your goals. These conversations are not just idle chatter, they are the building blocks of a shared life. You discuss where you see yourselves in 5, 10, or even 20 years. You talk about the kind of home you want to build, the places you want to travel, and the experiences you want to share. But if your partner avoids these conversations like the plague, if they get squirrely when you mention the future, that's a major red flag. It's like they're saying, hey, this has been fun and all, but I don't see this going anywhere. And that's a tough pill to swallow. You deserve someone who is as excited about the future as you are, someone who is willing to put in the effort to make that future a reality. If your partner is not willing to have these important conversations, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. It's not about pressuring them into making commitments they're not ready for, but about understanding where they stand and what they want. And if that's the case, you need to ask yourself, why am I wasting my time? Life's too short to be with someone who's not fully invested in you and in the relationship. You deserve to be with someone who sees a future with you, someone who is willing to work towards that future together. So, take a step back and evaluate your relationship. Are you both on the same page? Do you both want the same things? If the answer is no, it might be time to have a serious conversation with your partner, and if they're still not willing to talk about the future, it might be time to move on. Remember, you deserve to be with someone who is as committed to the relationship as you are. Don't settle for anything less. Life is too short to be with someone who doesn't see a future with you, so take control of your life and your happiness. You deserve it. Relationships take work. I know you're thinking, Dr. Phil, tell me something I don't know, but it's true. Love is a verb, folks. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, making your partner feel loved and appreciated. If your partner's idea of romance is a wilted gas station flower on Valentine's Day and they can't be bothered to remember your birthday, well, that's not love, that's apathy. And you deserve better than that. You deserve someone who's willing to go the extra mile, who makes you feel like you're the only person in the room. So, there you have it, folks. 4 signs that your partner's love might be as phony as a $3 bill. Remember, you deserve a love that's real, a love that's true, a love that makes you feel like $1,000,000. Don't settle for anything less. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a relationship where you questioned your partner's love? What were the signs? Share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to check out our other videos for more insights on love, relationships, and everything in between.